Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, because the Quran is not a book. We are not a nation who follow pages between two covers, because the Quran did not come down to the world as pages between two covers. And the Quran is not passed from generation to generation like you take a book, a library book, and you give it to your sons and your grandsons to be passed. Because the Quran, it is a reality. Because the Quran was sent first to the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He was only sent to the Prophet ﷺ. He was not sent to the Sahaba Kiram. Sent to the Prophet, and the Prophet is explaining the Quran with his lifestyle. That is called a Hadith. The Hadiths, they were not compiled either. They were observed, they were understood. When was the Quran, when was the Hadith compiled? It was when the Muslim Ummah was spreading so much, and there are people who are outside of the culture of the Prophet ﷺ, outside of his language. And there are people who are the Hafiz, the protectors of the Quran. Don't think the Quran is protected because it's printed. The Quran, it is protected by Allah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, we sent it and we mean to protect it. If you think the Quran, it is a book like this, so many other books like that, they were changed. And they're trying to change the Quran. And in some Muslim countries, they've already changed the Quran. But the Hafiz, the one who is protecting the Quran, that can never be changed. So now, the Prophet ﷺ's life, the Hadith, it is explaining the Quran. And the Sahabis, they took this knowledge from the Prophet, who took the knowledge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they put it in their lives. And these are the original Shaykhs. So those ones who are trying to separate, to say, why are you not reading the Quran? Why are you reading your Shaykh book? Why are you reading the Hadith? You should only follow the Quran. Oh, you belong to the Quran alone movement, that group that is making open kufr. There was one group during the time of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq. Forget about Hadith. They were following Hadith. They were living in the lifetime of the Prophet ﷺ. They just did not accept one thing. They did not accept the Khilafat of Abu Bakr Siddiq. And they say, we only follow the Quran. Abu Bakr Siddiq pulled out the sword and finished all of them. Those ones who are making the separation, why you are not concentrating on the Quran? You should concentrate on the Quran only, not in the Hadith, or not in the Riwayat, or not in the Sohbat. It is just like the one who is making the shaitanic logic of saying, why are you concentrating on the Prophet so much? You have to concentrate on Allah. You become completely shaitan then. Soon you're going to say, why you have to say Muhammad Rasulullah? You have to concentrate only on La ilaha illallah. That time you are no different from these Wahhabi shaitans. You're no different from those ones who are so intellectual and they say we only follow the Quran and we're not going to follow the Prophet ﷺ. If you don't take the Risalat from the Prophet, you're going to take the Risalat from your ego. If you're not taking the Prophet's explanation of the Quran, and the Prophet left that explanation to the Sahabis, and the Sahabis left it to the Tabi'in, Tabi'in left it to the Tabi'in following, if you're not following that chain, then you are declaring yourself to be a prophet, taking it directly from Allah. You can say La ilaha illallah as many times as you want. You're already making unbelief there, because you're denying the prophethood. This is exactly what is happening in this world right now, because Muslims are taking the Quran and running with it, making their own interpretation. That Shaitan Ibn Taymiyyah did that first. and other shaitanic regimes started to follow. And this whole mess that this world has come into since the fall of the Khilafat is, they don't want to follow the representative of the Prophet. They say, we want to be prophets. Prophet is dead, we are alive. This is what they're saying when they say Prophet is dead. We are alive. And some even go so far to say, when we actually give salawats, we don't give salawat to Prophet, you know. We give a salawat to Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, because he's the one who revived the religion. Yeah. Muslims are filled with so much tolerance. If you're so tolerant, why don't you eat in the bathroom? Why you have to make a separation between what is clean and what is dirty? If you're so tolerant, why don't you poison yourself or your children? Why you have to say, why are we making a separation? We have to love everything. But when Muslims, they lose their faith, they start thinking they have more wisdom, they have more intelligence, and they have more guidance than the Prophet himself, than the Sahaba Kiram. This is what is happening now. This is exactly what Dajjal wants to happen. This is exactly what is happening. This is what Dajjal is doing. Dajjal is not going to come to make you to don't believe in Allah. Never forget that. He's going to take your belief of Allah and he's going to take it into another sirat, into another way, into another path, into a path that is deviant, into a path that is pulling Allah's anger, into the opposite of the Fatiha. Don't think Dajjal is going to come and say there is no Allah. Where are those ones saying they're representing Prophet, saying they're Ahlul Bayt? Where are those ones who should be present, who should be warning this nation? Sleeping. You can hide behind your smile, but you cannot hide forever. Ya Allah, forgive us. Lakum dinukum waliyaddin. To you, your religion, and to us, our religion. It's okay. As you like.